What if in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 you could place high-resolution boats in marinas and containers and cranes in ports across the whole world with one add-on that's continually updated and updated according to what you see and what you need? Well, that add-on is here. It's called Marinas, and it's freshly updated. It's compatible with both MSFS 2020 and 2024, and it's by MamuDesign. It costs about €14 or about $16 from SimMarket, the MSFS Marketplace, or direct from the developer. And I received a copy of this product for the purposes of review. This is not, though, a paid video. I want to show you how MamuDesign has enhanced the coastal fringe of MSFS 2024 to add texture and variety to ports and marinas using OpenStreetMap data, which is run through an algorithm and applied over the entire planet. And I want to show you how Marinas offers an ongoing pipeline for development of your coastal scenery in our flight simulator. So let's see here what the default looks like before we add marinas. This is Westhaven Marina in Auckland, New Zealand. Notice we see boats in the marina, but they're just two-dimensional. They're from the satellite imagery. And there are a few generic 3D boats floating above. So that is the default. And this is what Westhaven looks like with MamuDesign's Marinas add-on. Now all the piers are 3D, and we have 3D boat models, some with their internal lights switched on, still floating above that same 2D satellite imagery. I like the detail in all the masts of the sailboats when they're lined up like this. Looks really great. One quirk though, notice that blue sail winking in and out of existence. I'm not quite sure what's up with that one. And now here's Williamstown in Melbourne, Australia. In this before footage, we can see some quite basic marina modelling with some sparse boats modelled too. There are a few lights on and some generic ship models, they don't look too bad, and some basic wharves with some satellite imagery. Now with Mamu's marinas, notice we have seawalls added in. And in this twilight scene, it's easy to make out the new green and red navigation lights. Plus, we have much better marina models again, populated with Mamu's boat models. Here comes those generic MSFS ships once more, and you can see Marinas adds in 2 crane models here of Mamu's design with some lights too. Nice. Mamu's addition of navigation markers, I think, here looks really great. A misaligned MSFS ship, the add-on can't fix that unfortunately, and a quirky extra bit of marina here at the very end, which I think is probably just a mistake in the way the algorithm is interpreting the source data. Let's look at the MSFS container ports. This is Rotterdam, and not too much to get excited about in this scene, just 2D satellite imagery, some weird auto-generated buildings that should not be there, and another classic MSFS misaligned ship that winks into existence far too close to the viewer. Unfortunately, again, MamuDesign doesn't have any control over that, and that is the situation in the before scene. And here it is with Mamu's Marinas add-on. Mamu has made his own container models and has them all stacked up here for you, and he's added his own cranes and straddle cranes. These are his own models positioned based on OpenStreetMap data. I think this is a terrific improvement, even if the container stacks are 90 degrees offset from those in the satellite imagery here. So a fair criticism here is, why doesn't Microsoft and Asobo do this work? Well, I'm just not able to answer that or to predict how the default coastal scenery might improve over coming months and years. But what I can say is that MamuDesign is working on this right now. If you find a mistake at your favourite port or marina, you can let Mamu know on Discord and your changes will go into the next update. Just as an example, in the previous version, I said to Federico from Mamu, These straddle cranes look great, but can you find a way to do it so they're not all lined up at the same point? Well, within a few hours, he came back and said, "What do you think of this?" And so this is now what you see in the current version. Nice work, Federico. And another thing you could do if the source data is not right, or if it's just missing, what you could do is update OpenStreetMap. Anyone can submit improvements. MamuDesign's Federico, from what I can see, is a real contributor to the flight simulation community. He's got lots of video tutorials online to help scenery developers, and I really like his ethos of obtaining publicly accessible data, interpreting it, and using that interpretation to improve our global flight simulation experience. And if that's the sort of thing you like too, check out my other videos on Mamu's Project Lifts, which brings cable cars, gondolas, and ski lifts into our sim, also based on OpenStreetMap data, and another one on Bijan Habashi's Seasons Enhanced, which, because it improves MSFS 2024 vegetation so much, I think is one of the must-have add-ons for low-level flight sim enthusiasts. I really hope I'll catch you again in another video real soon. See ya!